Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a beautiful Thursday here in Port Elliot, South Australia, and I'm Boundy, Psychic Medium, bringing to you the daily Lenormand card spread reading. So I'm going to whiz over to the cards pretty quickly so that we can learn what the guidance is for today. You need to tap into your psychic senses and your spiritual realm. Connect with your spirit guides in whatever way that you receive your messages, your guidance, bringing it into your life. Let's go. And good morning from Kerry Ann to everyone. And you're the first on the list for those making comment, Kerry Ann. Wonderful to have you here. Let's go over to the cards. Right, oops, looks like that was right up to the full extension of the Zoom. I didn't intend that. What we have today is, here we are, the five cards in the card spread. And we've got Michaela, who's just popped in now as well. Lovely to have you here, Michaela. And here's those beautiful emojis. Thank you so much. Here we go for the cards from the Gilded Breviary Lenormand deck. As usual, Sarah Marchetti, love his artwork, the 5 cards and the owl card. I'm going to bring the owl up first because that's what I love to do. Every day is a new life to a wise person. And it is. Every day is a new life. New potential, full of what we can bring as our intention into the day as well. So let's just pop over to the cards. We have the Tower in the home space. It's the Ship in our workspace today. We've got the Birch Broom and Whip in the unexpected. It's the Letter as our role, and we have the Child as the outcome or the central pivot. I like to consider it the completeness that is central. So that would be the focus, and every new day is every new day what was it? Every day is a new life to a wise person. So here we are, the new life as in a child growth, bringing in our potential. And that is the central focus for our day today as far as the layout goes. What we've got with the Tower in a home space, it is building our realm, our empire, our family, our inner community, and that includes that inner community that is within ourself. We're building that on our firm foundation of how we're, creating our own space, intentions, that is from our desires within. We all have different desires and wants and needs. What is your priority? Sorting all of that out into its various rooms and structures and all of that we have in our mind. We do tend to do that. Make sure it's not, I'm feeling that with this too, it's making sure it's not an absolute, that you do keep that retention of flexibility in how we construct what is our inner empire, including that is our inner family, that is in our home space, that we are not holding everything to be so set in concrete we can't move it around and do what we need to change dynamic situations, basically. And the way that we do grow and learn, we have change fairly constantly in our life that's going to be shifting around as our inner interactive relationships with our family members go. I mean, we can't keep a child forever held and bound to being the child. They grow up to being an adult. We're not still children ourselves. We are adults, that type of thing. And good morning to Kim. We've got Kim driving to work and listening on her way. Thanks for being with us, Kim. So keep that sense of structure, but not in the rigidity. Keep it as flexibility of growth and changing design, and what we need to have for each and every moment in our home space, right? Sometimes things do change and we need to change with it. as well. So as we move across to the workspace, we've got, probably better bring them up into a bit of a bigger picture there. Sorry, I have been doing that lately, haven't I? Failed to do it then. Here we go. You see the intricacies of what there is within this flying ship, but we've still got the basics of how a ship is structured, right? So with what we're doing in our workspace, this is a very flexible ship because it's in the air, not bound by just the waters, but it still has the rules of physics regarding wind directions and stuff in how you're able to steer it. So I think that's showing us in our workspace that what we're needing to do is keep an eye on what the variables are so that we can be sailing true, that we can have the wind in our sails to their maximum if we're wanting to progress fast at speed on the true course for what we're doing. So because this, even though it is a propeller that you'd expect to have from a motor, look, I suppose the sails do help that along in conjunction with it. So there's many ways of fine-tuning the keel direction, which way you're going to turn that rudder so that it's in the right direction as well to keep the sails full. All of those variables, what have you got in your workspace that you're needing to keep an eye on? It's not a solo operation. This is a vessel that needs a team. You have a skipper and crew. You are the skipper of where you're looking at your life in the perspective that you're doing things in your workspace. And the crew are the team that are around you. It's not so much crew as in a boss and the underlings type thing, captain like that. It is more about working within a full team, but there does need to be leadership. Someone does need to be steering that rudder. So in whatever you're doing in your work today, make sure you have a good hold of what that um, steering wheel, that the rudder, the tiller, the whatever type of vessel you feel that you're sailing, that you're moving ahead with. Taking in the information that you gather from other team members to be able to really put forward what is the best direction to take that next task, that forward planning, and all of that type of thing that you're needing in a workspace. You're the one who knows how you work best. So gauge, plan that into that map that you're navigating by as well with your work. This is the workspace. What we're going to be experiencing in part of that as well is in those unexpected moments, you'll feel that crack of the whip, that is, and that's very interesting that we've got the ship in the workspace. The cat o' nine tails was a horrendous whip that was used as punishment. But this isn't that type of whip. What we've got, we can clear stuff out, clean up, keep things tidy, and just get that, the sounds around us can sometimes alert us to taking action, and that's what that brings to me as an indicator. And it's going to be in those unexpected moments, and certainly with the angelic help. Tap into that when you need it as well. And we're also going to be moving down to our role in that with the letter. Now, what I had as an instant message when I put this letter card down in our role, it was the truth. Write your truth. And this was in that context of the Dear Diary. It's the message I got. It's sometimes we do tell ourselves those little furfies because we want to feel good about ourselves. Sometimes it does pay to write out, to brain dump if you like, to share with your own self, only yourself. That's the message I got for this one. Our role today is to be truthful to ourselves about how the land lays, how we feel about anything. And there is no wrong in which way we're telling ourselves this, except that what we do need to be doing with this is just acknowledging it and not the negatives. It's just putting the feelings, not looking at it as a judgmental negative, just seeing, oh, so that's why, searching what might be the why to gain your own perspective of your truth. And then we build up on that and bring it forward to, once things are in words, it's like sometimes when you see something, it can't be unseen. Once it's written, it can't be unwritten. And it's that type of effect of having the acknowledgement and then letting it go is what I'm seeing and feeling with seeing the letter today. So in our role, so bring it forward so that whatever you're experiencing in your day, in your home and your workspace, that you can express it and put it down in writing. I'm feeling that that's more about once we get to our evening. Whoops, I haven't done that. Centered, sorry. Once we get to our evening and start to think about what our day has been, we can look at how we opened our book of possibilities and what did we do with it? Did we need to do anything with it? Or were we just given our day to be the experience that it was and just have joyful, happy, really working into, and even working into it is the wrong word, is not quite the right words I'm getting. Is it because we feel like we're fumbling around sometimes and just let it go? This is, write it down, let it go, and just be that beautiful inner child to enjoy all the possibilities. And by the end of the day, what we're going to be able to see is a bit more of what is our own story, our own creation, from what we've built in our home space and where we're going in our workspace and what we want to create there as well. It has all the possibilities of what is an exciting adventure with the child today. So I really do love that factor of the focus on the child. So a wonderful spread, I think. And Sandra, you have you always do have a really good summary there. Be careful about ruminating, lighten up and let go. Yeah, sometimes ruminating's good, but like you said, you do have to, it is a point of time where what time do you put to it? It can be too long. Gauge, ask Spirit for help with that as far as how long you are going to be, experiencing those particular moments. It's all good though. Everything is actually in its perfect timing. And good evening, Susan. So, UK or US Canadian, that line? I always feel, sometimes we are so global and we can tend to forget it at times. I always say good morning when it is your good evening. So it's lovely to have you here. And we have Shaz here popping in from Tennant Creek. Good morning to you, Shaz. Lovely to have you here. And Sandra is finding it very interesting and sharing it. Share around that. Look, there really is so many different interpretations from any card spread. I'm only bringing forward what I'm feeling in my moment here, sharing with you guys. As you take in what the meanings are for you, that you get a different meaning, then that is right for you, absolutely. I don't have the be all and end all of anything as far as interpretations for cards. Feel into what Spirit's giving to you, what your message is specifically for you, and that is what happens. Now, I don't know if I put those emojis up, but lovely. Thank you, Michaela. And Sandra, you're off to a death cafe to chat about getting our lives in order. Hope you'll have a beautiful day. There's so many different ways of doing that too, isn't there? Have a wonderful chat with those around you as well too, Sandra, because I bet you're going to have a wonderful day. With that, thank you for sharing. And love these cards, Carrie Ann. Thank you. So I'm going to be moving on into there is a webinar I'm joining in with, and then I have my visitor from Ireland. So I've really been enjoying that time. It's just so lovely that we can share time with family and friends, isn't it? In those moments of being a little more vulnerable as we learn more and more about each other. So, and Michaela, you're the emoji queen. Well, you certainly are with our time here. I love it. Thank you. So, as you each move into your day, just remember to be mindful. Have those moments where you do consciously connect in with your spiritual realm, with your spirits, your angels, whatever way that you do connect, because it really is more than just this physical body that we live in. And we forget to practice that is that connection at times, to be conscious about how we are connecting and the whens at time. There isn't a necessity to be absolutely connected consciously all the time, because I feel that sometimes it's more that those subtle moments, in the unexpected moments, that we get the best messages that just pop in, that we're shown things. It's those moments that we will definitely know that we're connected. So, thank you for being here and sharing with me. Have a beautiful day. Be the best you that you can be. And we'll see you tomorrow around the 8 o'clock again. Namaste.